Hello, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing okay. Today I'm making this video as a follow-up for the one I made about CN's summer event called Summer Echoes, because there were a few things that were kind of confusing about it, like how the new dolls released with it are labeled as limited, but they aren't in the exclusive pool. So I want to clear all that up here. First, let's lightly go over the story. I asked in the previous video for your prediction on it. So what did you think? Did you think it was a new follow-up story, or is it the same Isle Adventure story? That was a trick question because both guesses are wrong. The story this time is entirely new, and based on how it went down, I don't see any connection to the previous one, sort of. It was kind of like an OVA, OVA. Not exactly a direct follow-up to an episode, but it's not completely unrelated. Like, for starters, the witch goes to Odysseus' hometown, which is exactly in the same setting, but she goes there not to look for sea elves or whatever, but she goes there after receiving a letter invitation from Odysseus, and she goes there alone. No one tags along this time. Sidebar, I don't know why Revived Witch went this route with the story, with the witch going there alone, because what this results in is the witch has no one to go back and forth with to kind of advance the story in a subtle way. Because what can you do in a situation like this to advance the story but to inner monologue and do exposition dump, especially in visual novel, right? But then later they introduced another Lynn situation-like character with no illustration who kind of fill that role. However, unlike the main story, in events you can see the character's model, so the witch kind of goes back and forth with this floating name. Though this time I believe they're just an NPC, so why couldn't they just give this character a generic NPC illustration? But anyways, all that aside, the story is good, so I don't want to spoil it for you any further. Now about the dolls and their status and everything, I said, or rather typed in my video, that they were announced as limited dolls but were released in the Dreamland pool. This was the case for both Danny Dream and Shiroi. To my knowledge, this has never happened before. Typically, limited dolls / exclusive dolls will be either in the exclusive pool or in the shop of a timed event, and that's it. After the event or exclusive pool time ends, they're gone. There's no chance of getting them until a rerun of the same pool or the same event, while dolls released in the Dreamland pool are available in every other pool, except maybe the single element pools. And despite Revived Witch saying that they are limited in several posts, including the endgame one and the endgame update, I still wasn't sure because what they're saying and what I'm seeing are conflicting, That's why I decided to wait until Shiroi's rate up ended. Only then I can relax. But yeah, those two dolls, Danny Dream and Shiroi, are no longer in the pool, meaning they are indeed limited in CN server. Start freaking out. No, I'm serious, look at this. Shiroi is taking over the ranks. I've checked, she's maxed out and all, and based on the team's formation, I would say she's not there as a slot filler or whatever, but rather she's the main DBS dealer alongside, as you can see, Edine. She's often teamed up with her. But, asterisk, I'm just gonna say sometimes dolls on their ranking, especially right after a character's release, could be misleading because them being there could be the result of dumping a lot of resources into them, maxing them out, to a point where they end up being a decent character, where in actuality they may be an average one. So I'm not necessarily recommending you save for her or you don't save for her. It's a gamble either way, so it's up to you, obviously. Personally, I'm not skipping her. I'm actually starting to worry if I'm gonna have enough for both her and Danny. If I feel like I'm not gonna have enough for both of them, I might have to sadly skip Danny. I mean, I hope I don't have to, but I really want Shiroi. But anyways, I don't know when their event will be released for Global, because sometimes they delay event or they release them ahead of time, ahead of their right order. So it could be right after this one, the Phantom Mirror, or maybe an event after, one event after. Well, at least their UEs are not treated as those of Limited Dolls UEs, so they're purchasable from the shop, from the UE shop. Okay, I'll end this video on Shiroi's updated skills, since in the previous video I didn't add the exact value of her skills because she wasn't yet there in the pool. Danny's and her UE information are complete in the previous one if you haven't seen it. Link in the right corner. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on Shiroi. I mean, she has already replaced Dana, but maybe people are overhyping her, you know, or something. Okay, let me know what you think. Till the next video.